Hello, my loves. I had to jump on today to talk to you for a few minutes about becoming. I just love how that sounds. Capital B, capital E, coming. Why? Because this is all about the self. And this is truly where our sexual fulfillment starts. Okay. There are so many things that happen when we don't know who we are, or we don't acknowledge who we are, or we don't share our full self, capital S, with the world. That inhibits us. It puts us in this tiny little box, right? That means that there's part of us that we're hiding, that we're not sharing with the rest of the world. And we're in this tiny, tiny little box, and it just sits deep inside of us and means that we're incomplete. We're not whole. And when you're incomplete or you're not whole, how can you possibly, in any way, shape, or form, how can you possibly be fulfilled? It's just not possible. So when I'm talking about becoming, I'm really talking about looking and asking yourself, and it can be a really hard question. Who am I? Okay. And this is like not about who the world wants you to be, not about who society says you should be, but really, truly who you are. What do you want to share with the world? What do you want to show the world that you're capable of, that you can do? Who do you want the world to see and to love and to hear and to embrace? When we know that and we are showing up as that person, that is when we can really start our journey of true sexual fulfillment. Is that to say that if you don't know that, you can't have great sex? Well, absolutely you can. It's just there's going to be some of that pleasure potential that you're not getting because there's part of you that's missing. So, for example, I'm just going to use myself. I'm going to share my own story here. I am a queer woman. Okay. I am married to a man, and I have had great loving relationships with women and men in the past. And if I try to deny that queer part of myself, or I let other people's opinions about that, for example, when they say, oh, well, you can't be queer if you're actually married to a man, you're really not queer. If I let that kind of stuff bother me and get inside of me and start, just messing with me and having all of these thoughts about that, then that gets in place. It gets in the way of me experiencing the pleasure that I want to experience in my life. It gets in the way of me communicating my needs, of me accepting and understanding other people's needs. And it gets in the way of me showing up in the world the way that I want to show up and taking up the space that I have a divine right to take up. So when I talk about becoming, that's what I mean. Who are you becoming? Who do you want to become? What things are you doing to make that happen? Because all of that plays into that sexual fulfillment that you have in your life. I wish that I could say it's just an easy thing, a snap of the fingers of here's how you can have a better orgasm, and all of the sudden you are fixed. Notice I'm using quotation marks because you're not broken, so you don't need to be fixed. But a lot of people want that quick fix and say, okay, well, I have this problem. My desire is low. I have my libido, I don't have any. There's something wrong with me because I don't want it all the time, or I want to want it, but I kind of don't. And it's not just a quick snap of the fingers, oh, do this and it's going to fix you. Okay. First of all, we're going to look at that and say, you're not broken, number one. And the second thing is, are you truly showing up and presenting yourself to you, to your family, your friends, the world, the way that you want to? Are you taking up the space that you deserve? Or is that something that we need to look at because it's causing some roadblocks to your pleasure? Notice I took that pause there because I really want you to think about that. I want you to think about that. And if you need to talk to me about it, then talk to me about it. That's what I'm here for. Okay, that's what this is all about. So let's share that journey. Jump on over to the village, because talking to other women can help go through that process as well. And of course, you can do a one-on-one call with me if you need a little bit more. That's what we're here for. And we talk about that specifically with some really specific tips during your consultation. So you can walk away with some strategies in place to actually look at that and start making the changes for you to have a happy, healthy, and fulfilled life in and out of the bedroom.